The Meg's brand has been plagued with one problem after another, many of which were easily avoided.
The royal world is reeling. In what insiders are calling an unprecedented twist, Meghan Markle's carefully curated personal brand has just been blindsided, and not by critics, paparazzi, or another tell-all interview. No, this time, it's numbers. Cold, hard, undeniable numbers. Sources inside both the palace and Hollywood reveal that royal family merchandise, everything from commemorative mugs and tea sets to commemorative clothing lines, has completely exploded in sales, surpassing Meghan's entire lifestyle empire virtually overnight.
For really probably having the worst brand execution to date.
To put it bluntly, the Duchess, who once commanded headlines for every fashion choice, every public appearance, every carefully leaked philanthropic endeavor, is suddenly being outperformed by the monarchy itself. And the timing? Perfectly. Devastatingly ironic. Meghan's team reportedly first noticed the trend last week. Social media algorithms started pushing royal merchandise content aggressively. Online marketplaces began trending with hashtags like Royal Collection, Queen and King, Buckingham Style, while Meghan's own labels, clothing lines, beauty products, wellness brands saw engagement plummet. Insiders say the first signs were subtle, just a drop in click-throughs here, fewer pre-orders there. But by the next morning, analytics revealed a shocking reality. Her brand's sales had been eclipsed, overnight. Friends close to Meghan describe the reaction as volatile, to say the least. She went absolutely ballistic, one source told us. She's built this image, this brand, this narrative of influence and success for years, and now she's being completely outshined by mugs and commemorative pens. She could not believe it.
It's for her to be launching shortbread cookie mix, crepe mix, French style, like honey, herbal lemon ginger tea, flour sprinkles.
Hollywood insiders weren't shy about commenting either. The gossip circuits lit up with whispers of Meghan pacing in her Montecito mansion, phone in hand, calling team members in multiple time zones to demand explanations. "How is this even happening?" she reportedly asked. "I am Meghan Markle. My name alone moves markets. How are tea towels outselling me?" The numbers speak for themselves. According to leaked data from palace retail analysts, merchandise linked directly to the royal family's official branding has seen a 400% increase in sales in the past 72 hours. Comparatively, Meghan's personal lifestyle products, high-end clothing, beauty items, wellness lines, and even her limited edition collaborations have seen a combined drop of 27%. Social media only made it worse. TikTok videos featuring royal mugs, plates, and commemorative stationery went viral. Instagram reels showing unboxing of official merchandise reached millions in hours. Meanwhile, hashtags celebrating Meghan's brand saw stagnant engagement. The contrast wasn't subtle. It was a full-blown public spectacle.
Taking full responsibility for she's giving 20% off.
And insiders claim Meghan's frustration quickly escalated beyond disappointment. According to one source, she called an emergency meeting with her PR team. It was pure chaos, the insider said. They tried to reassure her, to spin it, to say it was temporary, but she wasn't listening. She wanted answers, and she wanted them immediately. What's fascinating here is that this isn't just a numbers story. It's a narrative story. A story about power, perception, and influence. Meghan has spent years cultivating a global image of authority, compassion, and cultural relevance. She has dominated media cycles for nearly a decade. Yet here comes the royal family, with their official merchandise and historical cachet, quietly outperforming her entire empire. According to analysts, the reasons are both cultural and psychological. The royal brand carries weight that spans centuries. Each product, each piece of memorabilia, isn't just a commodity, it's a symbol, a touchpoint connecting millions of people to history, ceremony, and tradition. Meghan's brand, while carefully polished and celebrity-driven, relies on her persona and the constant creation of cultural moments to sustain momentum. When a long-standing, tangible brand enters the marketplace, one rooted in centuries of recognition, it can outcompete even the most influential celebrity figures.
That is seen in her new promo video for her upcoming Netflix holiday special. And that's where people started to put two and two.
Sources close to the Sussex camp say Meghan's response was almost immediate. She reportedly began drafting a multi-phase strategy to reclaim dominance: social media campaigns, exclusive pop-up events, and celebrity partnerships, all intended to redirect public attention. But there was a problem. The public wasn't biting. Online engagement with her products stagnated, and some loyal followers began joking about her being beaten by mugs. The comedy of the situation didn't stop at her brand. Hollywood insiders tell us that some celebrities close to Meghan were stunned by the scale of her reaction. She called in dozens of people at once, practically screaming into the phone. One source said, "It was like watching a queen throw a tantrum over someone else taking her spotlight, and she couldn't understand why her empire suddenly wasn't the only thing people cared about."
So here's another red raspberry jam from Stonewall Kitchen. And then from Wegmans, we have red raspberry preserves. Let's see how they all line up. Okay, this is the magic.
Social media quickly amplified every micro detail. Clips of Meghan's team rushing to draft emergency statements leaked online. Fans and critics alike began dissecting her crisis mode response, and commentary exploded across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Some praised her for taking decisive action. Others mocked the perceived disconnect between the public's fascination with royal memorabilia and Meghan's personal branding. Memes spread like wildfire. Mugs with captions like, "Outselling Meghan since 2025" began trending, and viral videos juxtaposed Meghan's glamorous campaign shoots with stacks of officially branded stationery flying off shelves. Meanwhile, the royal family remained quiet, publicly at least. Insiders confirm that behind closed doors, senior officials were both bemused and strategically calculating. They didn't need to intervene, one palace insider said. This was the ultimate lesson in brand strength and historical weight. They let it play out. Every sale, every viral post reinforced the narrative without them saying a word. But for Meghan, silence was not an option. By midweek, she had reportedly launched what sources call a desperate media blitz. Appearances, interviews, and social media posts flooded the digital space, all designed to remind the public of her accomplishments, humanitarian work, and influence. Yet the numbers suggest the effect was muted. Palace merchandise sales continued to climb, and viral trends remained firmly in the monarchy's favor.
According to reports, Meghan was there to pick up some tips for her stagnant lifestyle brand Aro. News Nation later reported that
the drama wasn't just commercial. It began to leak into family tensions, insiders say. Harry, reportedly caught between loyalty to Meghan and awareness of the public optics, struggled to mediate. Friends close to the couple describe tense late-night calls, where Meghan expressed frustration at being outshone by products she considered trivial, while Harry attempted to provide calm perspective. It didn't end there. Hollywood gossip columns seized on the story immediately. Headlines ran variations of Meghan outshone by royal teapots, Sussex brand collapses amid royal surge, and Markle meltdown, mugs and merchandise beat celebrity empire. Analysts speculate that the public spectacle of Meghan's reaction, combined with social media commentary, only intensified attention on her fall from dominance, further amplifying the narrative. Insiders reveal that Meghan's final attempt to regain control involved plans for a global pop-up experience, celebrity endorsements, and even rumored collaborations with luxury brands. But the timing, critics argue, was poor. The public had already shifted fascination to the royal family's tangible, historic merchandise. What should have been a spectacular relaunch instead became another episode in a week-long saga of perceived frustration, desperation, and a mounting sense that her brand, at least temporarily, had been eclipsed. The numbers tell the story in stark terms. Palace merchandise reportedly outsold Meghan's entire lifestyle empire by nearly 60% in the first 48 hours. Viral content related to official royal products reached tens of millions globally, while engagement metrics for Meghan's campaigns plateaued or fell. Analysts say this disparity illustrates not just a marketing failure, but a clash of brand weight versus celebrity influence, one Meghan's team may not have anticipated. And the ripple effects are far-reaching. Social media users have been relentless, creating memes, discussion threads, and viral content framing the saga as a Markle meltdown, or the day the monarchy outsold Hollywood. Gossip columns, late-night segments, and celebrity analysts weigh in constantly, fueling a cycle of drama that seems impossible to control. By the end of the week, Meghan's inner circle reportedly acknowledged the harsh reality. Sources say the Duchess recognized that this episode was a rare instance where centuries of history, official branding, and institutional recognition had overpowered even the most well-curated modern celebrity empire. The humiliation, insiders confirm, was personal, professional, and deeply felt. Even among allies, there is consensus. This was a wake-up call, a reminder that in the world of influence and public perception, heritage, tradition, and institutional power can sometimes outweigh even the most meticulously cultivated personal brand. And for Meghan Markle, who has spent years building, controlling, and projecting her image, the lesson could not have been more dramatic or more public. The fallout from Meghan Markle being outshone by royal merchandise didn't simmer, it erupted. Sources confirm that within hours of the sales reports hitting Meghan's inner circle, her team launched what insiders are calling an all-out media blitzkrieg. The strategy was ambitious, desperate, and, according to analysts, almost chaotic in execution. Every channel, every platform, every angle was deployed to reclaim dominance. Instagram stories, TikTok collaborations, celebrity-endorsed posts, and interviews with high-profile outlets designed to remind the world why Meghan Markle's name alone was supposed to move markets. But social media was ready and merciless. Clips of Meghan pacing in her Montecito mansion, reportedly demanding explanations from her team, went viral almost instantly. Tweets exploded, ranging from "Meghan versus Mugs is the showdown we didn't know we needed," to "Royal Family, 1, Meghan, 0. TikTok videos juxtaposed her luxurious product launches against footage of royal commemorative mugs flying off shelves, creating an endless loop of viral content framing the Duchess as being outplayed by household items. Memes were everywhere. Teapots labeled "Outselling Meghan since 2025," plush toy corgis captioned with "Markle who?" and Instagram reels comparing Meghan's glam photo shoots with stacks of official royal stationery dominated trending pages. Hollywood insiders weren't holding back. Several top gossip columnists described the scene as pure chaos. One insider explained she thought she could just launch some Instagram campaigns, get a few celebrity shout-outs, and everything would go back to normal. But the public had already chosen sides. And when you're competing against centuries of history packaged neatly in mugs and tea towels, it's brutal. Even Meghan's celebrity friends reportedly felt the tension. According to sources, calls between Hollywood A-listers and Meghan became frantic. Some tried to calm her down, others encouraged aggressive media campaigns, and a few reportedly pulled back, unwilling to be caught in a story that had quickly turned unpredictable. There was definitely panic, one source admitted. People in her circle were whispering, maybe the mugs have won. Maybe the monarchy just beat her at her own game. The palace, for its part, remained almost eerily calm. While Meghan's team scrambled, insiders confirmed that senior officials were monitoring the situation with quiet satisfaction. They didn't need to intervene, one source said. Everything happening online was reinforcing the royal narrative without them lifting a finger. Meghan was fighting ghosts, mugs, stationery, tea towels, and the public loved it. As the days progressed, Meghan's frustration reportedly escalated. Sources claim she held marathon video calls with her PR team, demanding instant analytics, real-time social media monitoring, and immediate shifts in campaign strategy. Every day brought new viral content, new memes, new comparisons, each one a reminder that her carefully constructed brand was being publicly outperformed. Meanwhile, Hollywood gossip circuits had a field day. Late-night hosts, entertainment reporters, and digital influencers jumped into the story with relish. Some framed it as the ultimate celebrity humiliation, others as a cautionary tale about over-reliance on personal branding. Social media users were relentless, creating side-by-side posts comparing Meghan's fashion campaigns to royal merchandise catalogs. Each post, each share, each viral comment intensified the narrative. Inside Meghan's inner circle, the pressure mounted. Sources say tempers flared, strategies collided, and late-night planning sessions often ended in frustration. One insider described the situation as an adrenaline-fueled frenzy of marketing, panic, and ego. Everyone was exhausted, but no one dared suggest giving the public a break. They knew the longer the silence, the more viral the memes would get. And the memes weren't just harmless jokes, they were shaping perception. Analysts argue that the public began to view Meghan as being out of touch, obsessed with status, and overreacting to a situation that most people saw as trivial. Meanwhile, the royal family's merchandise success, mugs, blankets, and commemorative clothing, reinforced centuries of credibility and historical relevance. Every sale, every viral post, every trending hashtag served as proof of a narrative Meghan couldn't compete with, no matter how polished her campaigns were. Amid the chaos, reports confirm that Harry was deeply concerned. Friends say he attempted to mediate, urging Meghan to focus on long-term strategies rather than immediate reactions. Harry's role became almost impossible, one source said. He wanted to calm the waters, remind her that public perception shifts over time. But Meghan was in full combat mode. She saw this as a personal attack on her legacy, not a market fluctuation. The drama wasn't just digital. Sources reveal that Hollywood gossip circles were buzzing with speculation about Meghan's next moves. Would she attempt a high-profile collaboration with a mega brand, launch an exclusive pop-up event, or perhaps try a viral stunt to overshadow the royal merchandise trend? Everyone was holding their breath, said one insider. No one wanted to be on the wrong side of the story, and everyone was watching to see how far she would go.
As ever essentially means as it's always been. And if you followed me since 2014 with the TIG, you know I've always loved cooking and crafting and gardening.
American Riviera Orchard had a short but sweet life as, well, just this.
By midweek, Meghan reportedly authorized a series of rapid-fire actions, surprise Instagram live streams, partnership announcements, and exclusive product releases. Yet despite her team's best efforts, engagement metrics remained below expectations. Public fascination had shifted. The royal family's merchandise, by contrast, continued its meteoric rise. TikTok challenges featuring official royal items went viral globally, and Instagram stories showcasing unboxing experiences racked up millions of views. The psychological impact on Meghan reportedly intensified. Friends described her mood as volatile and restless. Every viral post, every meme, every social media commentary was absorbed personally, creating a feedback loop of frustration. It was like watching someone try to fight history itself, one insider said. She couldn't understand why the public was more fascinated by commemorative plates than her million-dollar collaborations. It became an obsession. Even among allies, there was recognition that the situation had reached peak absurdity. Some Hollywood associates reportedly joked privately, "Meghan versus mugs, it's the celebrity showdown we didn't know we needed, but apparently the world did." Meanwhile, palace insiders watched from a distance, confident that no statement was required. The narrative had already been set, and every viral post reinforced the unintended message. Centuries of tradition can still outperform even the most meticulously curated personal empire. In the end, Meghan's counterattack became a spectacle unto itself. Social media coverage intensified daily. Hollywood gossip cycles thrived on every leaked photo, every viral clip, every desperate PR pivot. And while her campaigns continued, public attention remained fixed on the royal family's meteoric merchandise surge. For the Duchess, the situation was a lesson in perception, power, and timing. A reminder that sometimes, no matter how carefully crafted your brand, history and institution can outpace even the most relentless celebrity empire. Meghan's counterstrike didn't just launch, it detonated. Sources inside her Montecito compound confirmed that overnight, every strategy, every PR contact, every celebrity ally was mobilized. Social media feeds flooded with polished posts, exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, and exclusive insights into the Duchess's latest projects. Instagram stories showcased curated glimpses of her family life, fashion ventures, and philanthropic endeavors. TikTok clips were strategically edited for virality, with playful challenges, trending sounds, and cleverly timed hashtags designed to reclaim the narrative. But the world wasn't just watching, they were reacting. Hashtags like #MeghanStrikesBack and #DuchessVizey's mugs shot to the top of trending lists, while meme factories online worked overtime. Users dissected every frame, comparing Meghan's glamorous posts with the continuing success of royal merchandise. The comparisons were relentless, the commentary unflinching, and the world quickly turned this into a spectacle that went far beyond the confines of Montecito. Hollywood insiders were practically salivating. One source revealed, everyone wanted a piece of this story. Meghan's team was scrambling to release content fast enough to compete with the narrative that had already taken over. It became the biggest PR spectacle in years, bigger than any album launch, movie premiere, or viral scandal. Late-night hosts jumped in, producing sketches, monologues, and viral bits lampooning the duel between a duchess and Muggs. Every clip, every joke, every share amplified the frenzy. Meanwhile, Meghan's allies were working around the clock. Top stylists, social media experts, and celebrity consultants coordinated rapid response campaigns, rolling out visually stunning posts with flawless timing. Insider leaks suggested that her team had even created shadow accounts to seed content subtly across platforms, hoping to drown out memes and redirect the conversation. Yet the public's fascination with royal merchandise remained unshakable. Every new post from Meghan triggered waves of side-by-side comparisons, reinforcing the narrative that history, and its merch, was winning. Even her own circle admitted the absurdity. Sources claim meetings between Meghan, Harry, and their top advisors were intense. Discussions reportedly oscillated between total domination and maybe this is out of our control. Friends describe the mood as volatile, with Meghan personally reviewing analytics every few hours, obsessing over impressions, engagement, and viral traction. It became an all-consuming obsession, one insider said. She felt personally challenged by mugs, tea towels, and commemorative plates. Every click was personal, every share a battle. The social media frenzy reached a fever pitch when clips surfaced of Meghan visibly frustrated during a live stream. Her carefully controlled poise cracked in fleeting moments, a sigh too long, a gesture too sharp, an eye roll caught on camera. Predictably, the clips went viral. Memes exploded. When mugs outsell your empire, the Duchess vs. teapots, and Meghan's Montecito meltdown filled feeds globally. Within hours, mainstream outlets were reporting on the online spectacle, framing Meghan's counterattack as both bold and chaotic. Hollywood gossip cycles amplified the drama even further. Columnists dissected every post, analyzing captions, and posting times for clues about strategy and emotion. Celebrities were caught commenting subtly, with some offering support and others teasing. One insider revealed that a few longtime friends tried to mediate, advising Meghan to step back and let the narrative normalize. But the Duchess was in full combat mode. She viewed it as a battle for legacy, influence, and perception, the source said. To her, losing even an inch of attention to mugs or merchandise was unacceptable. Meanwhile, royal watchers seized the moment. Analysts dissected every sale of commemorative royal merchandise, comparing it to Meghan's brand reach, social engagement, and media coverage. The numbers were staggering. Official royal mugs, clothing lines, and collectibles sold out in minutes, while Meghan's posts, though widely shared, couldn't achieve the same commercial impact. Social media users were quick to highlight the contrast, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of engagement that continually reinforced the idea that Meghan's counterstrike, however elaborate, was being overshadowed by the monarchy's merchandise machine. Even the global press got involved. Newspapers across Europe, Asia, and the Americas ran side-by-side stories, juxtaposing Meghan's media blitz with royal merchandise trends. Headlines screamed, "Duchess in overdrive as royal products dominate," "Meghan's brand battles a mug's empire," and "Celebrity versus crown, who wins the market?" The framing was brutal yet irresistible. Every article a reminder that the Duchess was in an all-out public struggle against an institution she couldn't control. Insiders confirmed that the palace was aware of Meghan's moves but remained mostly silent. Officials reportedly observed the situation with a mix of curiosity and satisfaction. They didn't need to intervene, a source said. Everything Meghan was doing only highlighted the royal family's enduring influence. The public saw this clash as entertainment, a modern spectacle, and the monarchy came out looking stable, consistent, and timeless. Within Meghan's inner circle, pressure mounted to sustain momentum. Analysts and PR teams strategized constantly, launching new campaigns, re-editing videos, and coordinating cross-platform releases. The hours were long, the stakes high and the tension palpable. Insiders described her environment as a hurricane of content creation and obsession, where every like, share, or comment was meticulously noted, analyzed, and used to pivot the next move. As the week wore on, Meghan's counterstrike evolved. Sources reveal that she began exploring high-profile collaborations, exclusive product launches, and even celebrity endorsements designed to outshine the monarchy's merchandise trend. Yet the public fascination with royal products showed no signs of slowing. Every new collaboration was compared to mugs, tea towels, and collectibles, reinforcing the narrative that Meghan's attempts to reclaim attention were constantly being measured against centuries of royal history. By the weekend, the global spectacle reached its peak. Memes, trending hashtags, viral clips, and mainstream media coverage had coalesced into a single, unrelenting narrative. Meghan vs. the monarchy's merchandise, with the world watching every move. Even neutral observers admitted that the drama had become a cultural moment, dissected in homes, offices, and online forums around the world. Social media engagement was unprecedented, and the story showed no signs of slowing. And then came the unexpected twist. Sources inside Hollywood revealed that a leaked clip from one of Meghan's private strategy meetings surfaced online. In it, she is reportedly heard instructing her team on aggressive engagement, rapid response content, and viral domination tactics. The clip instantly went viral, amplifying the story yet again, but this time framing Meghan as frantic, desperate, and consumed by the spectacle she had created. It was the ultimate irony, one insider said. Her counterstrike became a story about her panic. The public loved it. The reaction was immediate. Social media users, influencers, and celebrities flooded platforms with commentary, jokes, and analysis. Memes multiplied exponentially. News outlets dissected the clip line by line. Late-night hosts turned it into comedy bits, and online forums debated her next move. Every attempt to reclaim the narrative only intensified the spectacle, proving that Meghan's counterattack, while ambitious, had spiraled into a full-blown global phenomenon that no PR strategy could fully contain. By the time Meghan's counterstrike reached its peak, her team was exhausted, Hollywood was buzzing, and social media was a 24-hour meme factory. But Meghan wasn't done, not even close. Insiders say that what happened next wasn't just another PR move. It was her most extreme, high-stakes, reputation-defining gambit yet. And according to sources, it was the moment everything truly fell apart. Because Meghan's final attempt to reclaim the narrative wasn't subtle, wasn't strategic, and definitely wasn't coordinated. It was impulsive, emotional, and driven entirely by one single obsession. She would not, could not, allow royal merchandise to overshadow her brand, her name, her legacy. So she decided to do what she believed would finally tip the scales. She went nuclear. Leaked reports from insiders reveal that Meghan planned a blockbuster emergency brand relaunch, a surprise announcement meant to dominate headlines, drown out every trending royal product online, and remind the world she was still Hollywood royalty. This wasn't a simple Instagram post or a subtle PR move. No, she wanted a moment, a global mic drop. The plan involved celebrity cameos, a glossy mini-documentary, a luxurious product reveal, and a grand speech filmed in a candlelit Montecito garden. It was designed to feel powerful, emotional, and untouchable. Her team reportedly spent an entire 48 hours scrambling, editing, rewriting, reshooting. Staff worked through the night, fueled by coffee and panic, rushing to deliver something, anything, that could stop the viral narrative slipping out of Meghan's hands. But the cracks showed early. Production was chaotic. Scripts kept changing. Rumors say Harry didn't want to be in it, but Meghan pressured him anyway. Some staff quietly threatened to leave. Consultants disagreed. Critics watching behind the scenes say the entire relaunch looked less like strategy and more like desperation wrapped in luxury. Still, Meghan pushed forward, and then she dropped it. The Montecito masterpiece, the reboot no one asked for but everyone immediately clicked on out of pure curiosity. It premiered across Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and half a dozen entertainment outlets simultaneously. But instead of shifting the narrative, it blew up the wrong way. Within minutes, comments flooded in not with applause but confusion, sarcasm, brutal jokes. The internet tore it apart. Why does this look like a perfume commercial for someone trying too hard? Royal mugs are shaking. This is giving crisis energy. Who greenlit this? She's fighting centuries-old royal history with a mood board? The memes multiplied like wildfire. TikTok remixers got to work instantly, recutting her emotional speech into comedy edits. Reaction channels uploaded breakdowns within hours. Twitter flooded with side-by-side comparisons. Meghan's dramatic reboot versus a simple royal mug selling out in 15 minutes. One PR analyst went viral with a single line. This wasn't a relaunch. It was a meltdown with good lighting. Even Hollywood insiders, normally sympathetic to Meghan, were baffled. One producer told entertainment reporters, she tried to fight a cultural phenomenon with aesthetics. It was a losing battle the moment she hit upload. And while all this chaos unfolded online, the palace was watching silently, strategically, calmly. Because just as Meghan's dramatic video surged across the internet, the royal family dropped their move. A single, understated announcement posted quietly on their official website and social platforms. No fanfare, no emotion, no theatrics. It read something like, "The royal household thanks the public for their overwhelming support of this season's commemorative collection. Proceeds will continue supporting charitable initiatives across the Commonwealth." That was it. No names, no jabs, no drama, just a poised, regal statement reminding the world of two things. 1, the monarchy doesn't scramble. 2, their influence doesn't need defending. And that is what made it devastating. Commentators called it the most elegant checkmate in recent royal PR history. Analysts pointed out the contrast. Meghan's frantic cinematic panic drop versus the palace's calm, quiet confidence. Within hours, the palace message overshadowed everything Meghan had worked to reclaim. Media outlets framed the story as a total contrast between stability and chaos. Headlines everywhere read, "Meghan's panic launch flops as palace stays unshaken. Royal calm crushes Meghan's crisis content. Duchess outplayed, the silent strategy that won the internet." Even worse for Meghan, her over-the-top production sparked backlash from within Hollywood itself. Executives whispered that she had become too reactive, too emotional, and too unpredictable. Sponsors hesitated. Partners quietly paused plans. Studios whispered doubts. And in Montecito, insiders say Meghan was devastated. The plan she believed would fix everything had backfired publicly, loudly, and globally. Harry, caught in the emotional crossfire, reportedly tried to play mediator, but the tension was too high, the stakes too deeply personal, and the internet too brutally entertained by the spectacle. As the noise grew louder, one thing became painfully clear. Meghan's attempt to reclaim control only highlighted how much of it she'd already lost. The royal merchandise continued selling out. The palace maintained its serene silence. The public ran with the memes, and Hollywood began quietly distancing itself. By the end of the week, commentators officially declared it. The royal merchandise versus Meghan saga wasn't just a viral trend, it was a monumental PR disaster for the Duchess. And this time, she couldn't spin it, she couldn't silence it, and she couldn't stop it. Her final gambit didn't just fail, it confirmed the very narrative she was desperate to erase.